Good morning everyone. Welcome back to your biology practical class. We have completed most of the practicals. Only 3 practicals are left. So today I will discuss about one identification part. Okay. So heading of the practical is that is it will come under the section B and topic number 4, that is tissues and diversity in shape and size of animals. Squamous epithelium, smooth skeletal and cardiac muscle fibers, and mammalian blood smear through temporary and permanent slides. Okay, so this is the heading of your practical. Today first I will discuss about all these. As you know that all are microscopic. So yes, good morning. So you have to check it under the microscope. But it is not possible right now. That's why I will take some pictures from the microscope and I will send it to you through the ePortal's assignment page. Okay. So now what I will do, I will discuss all the important characters of all these, okay, and after that I will send you and I will show you the diagram from the book, and after that I will send you the diagrams, okay. So first one is in that part, first one was the squamous epithelial. So heading of the practical was the tissues and diversity in shape and size in animal cell. Yes, Srijata, you have to write down all the practicals except practical number practical number 4, that means study of the rate of respiration in flower buds or leaf tissue and germinating seeds. Except this one, I have shown most of the practicals. Only 3 practicals are left. Today I will show you 1 or 2 practical, and then after that 1 or 2 practicals will be left. So it will continue with it will be completed with time, and after that you have to write it down in your practical copy, all the practicals, okay, and you have to mention the dates also. Whenever I have taken the class, you have to check it from the YouTube and you have to write down the dates on the index page, okay. Srijata, this is the from Comprehensive Laboratory Manual in Biology. All these information I have mentioned in the chat box of my ePortal. If you are facing any problem, you can go through it, okay. But I am repeating, the name is Comprehensive Laboratory Manual in Biology class 11, okay. Suppose when you have to submit the practical copy, we will provide you a particular date, and on that day you have to submit your practical copy. First let me finish all the practicals. After finishing I will provide you a date. Clear everyone? Okay. So now I will discuss about the tissues and diversity in shape and size of animals. So first, what is tissue? All of you know that what is tissue. Tissue is a group of cells. It may be similar in shape and function, and they can held together by a cementing extracellular or intercellular material called matrix. Okay, so a group of cells, when they are performing same type of function, they are considered as tissues. Mainly 4 types of tissues can be found. Already I have discussed all these in the theory class, because in your theory book, tissues with the tissue there is a chapter, right? So what are the different types of tissue? First is epithelial tissue, connective tissue, muscular tissue and nervous tissue, okay. So first one I will discuss about the epithelial tissue, and particularly squamous epithelium. Epithelial tissue can also be differentiated into 2, simple epithelium and compound epithelium. Simple epithelium means when cells are arranged in a single layer, and if cells are arranged in more than one layer, then it can be considered as compound epithelium, okay. And under the simple epithelium we will get different type of epithelial tissue, like squamous epithelium, cuboidal, columnar, ciliated, glandular, sensory, germinal, pseudostratified. These are the different types of simple epithelial tissue, and under the compound epithelium we will get stratified and transitional epithelial tissue. Clear? Now, so and after that, so this is all about epithelial tissue, and after that next tissue is connective tissue. Connective tissue, as their name suggests, connective. Okay, so it will help in the binding and supporting the tissue, and it contains a large amount of extracellular material. Some proteins are present. Okay, and a basement membrane is also present in connective tissue. And connective tissue may be also of different types, like connective tissue proper. There you will get areolar tissue, white fibers, yellow fibers, tendon, adipose tissue, ligament, skeletal tissue. Under the skeletal tissue you will get bone and cartilage, and fluid connective tissue you will get blood and lymph. Okay, so here in your syllabus only mammalian blood smear is there, so we will discuss about the blood from the connective tissue. So what is blood? Blood is a fluid connective tissue consisting of plasma, and some cells are there in the blood. Okay, so plasma, what is plasma? Plasma is the straw colored extracellular fluid in the blood which contains about 90 to 92% of water. Okay, and rest of the part, the soluble part, includes protein, glucose, mineral, hormones, antibodies, and different numbers of waste materials. And three types of cells can be found: erythrocytes or RBC, leukocytes or WBC, and platelets or thrombocytes. Okay, so erythrocytes can be characterized by red oxygen carrying pigment, that is hemoglobin. In mammals except camel and llama, mature erythrocytes are enucleated. That means nucleus is not there, and it is biconcave and circular in shape, and the total RBC count is 4.5 million per ml to 5 million per ml of blood in adult women and men respectively. Okay, now next one is leukocytes. Leukocytes are usually colorless. They are nucleated cells and they show amoeboid type of movements. And leukocytes can be differentiated into two: agranulocytes and granulocytes. Agranulocytes means if granules are absent, and granulocytes means if granules are present. Under the agranulocytes we will get lymphocytes and monocyte, and under the granulocytes we will get neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, and the number of the WBC is 5000 per ml of blood. Okay, and platelets are also enucleated. They help in the blood clotting. Okay, they are having main role in the blood clotting, and their number also varies 0.15 to 0.45 million per ml of blood. Okay, so this is all about connective tissue. Next one is in your syllabus, that is the muscular tissue. Okay, muscular tissue may be of three types: striated muscle, unstriated muscle, and cardiac muscle. Striated muscle means skeletal muscle, and unstriated muscles means smooth muscle, and cardiac muscle means muscles which are present in the heart. Okay, and at the end we have got the nervous tissue, which is the specialized tissue which transmit the impulse in our body. It will help to send and receive the messages, and it is made up of neurons. Okay, and neural tissue actually helps in the control and coordination, maintaining the control and coordination in various activities in the body. Okay, so this is the different types of tissues. This is the basic idea about the different type of tissue. Now I will discuss about this particular tissue, whatever is in your syllabus. So first one is epithelial tissue. No need of writing the introduction part. You have to just write down the aim or object. Introduction part is for your understanding part. What I will tell you for your better understanding. It is not for writing. Okay, because in the viva different type of questions may be asked. So for that I should prepare you, and for that reason I will be always telling the introduction part. Okay, for your understanding part. For writing, first you have to write down the aim, after the requirements, and after that observation and comments, and on the left side of that white page you have to draw the diagram. Clear? We have to write from the last edition 11. Sujata, I don't know about the if there is any differences, but I think if it is means in the laboratory book, I think no that huge changes will not be there. So if you are having the old one, you can write it down. No issues will be there. You have to, then I don't know which book you are having, because in the previous edition of the books these same topics are there. Okay, this all the topics are there in the previous edition of books also. Just follow the syllabus provided by the CBSE and check it properly. I think surely you will get it. Okay, so first one is squamous epithelium. So for the for this practical, what are the different requirements? Microscope, permanent slides of that tissues, whatever they have asked to read, and these are the different requirements. Srijata, I have told so many times, it's comprehensive laboratory manual biology class 11. When I have started the class, you have asked and told you. This is the name. Okay, so squamous epithelium. Now, what are the different characteristics it is having? It's, if you tell anyone that comprehensive, it's the if you tell comprehensive biology, then you will get it. No need of knowing the publisher's name. It is Lakshmi publication. Though it is Lakshmi publication. So, what are the different characteristics we will find in squamous epithelium? So, squamous epithelium is consist of flat and plate-like. Some polygonal shaped cells are present, and the cells are fitted edge to edge without intracellular matrix. So, we will not get any type of intracellular matrix in case of squamous epithelium, and each cell has oval and spherical nucleus. So, nucleus also will be present in the center of the cell. Okay, so this is the important point. What is the position of the nucleus? So nucleus will be present at the center of the cell, and squamous epithelium, where you will find the squamous epithelium? Squamous epithelium can be found in the inner lining of the lungs, alveoli, blood vessels, Bowman's capsule. Okay, these are the different places where you will get the squamous epithelium. Now I will show you the diagram from the book. Okay, so you can see this is the diagram of the squamous epithelium. So you can see nucleus is situated at the center, and no extra gaps are present inside the cell. Cells are polygonal. You can see its cells are oval type of shape. Okay, so this is all about the squamous epithelium. Next one is voluntary muscle, that is smooth muscle, skeletal muscle, and cardiac muscle. Smooth muscles, started muscles, alternative name is skeletal muscle, and it is also called as voluntary muscle. And these muscle fibers are cylindrical, elongated, and they lie parallel to each other, and this fiber is multinucleated and covered by a membrane which is called as sarcolemma. Okay, and each fiber is filled with sarcoplasm with numerous myofibrils are arranged lengthwise. Okay, and here you will get two types of bands. One band is deep colored and one is light colored. So that is why they are showing this type of striations, light band and dark band. Okay, and striated muscles can be, as their name suggests, it is also called as skeletal muscles. So these type of muscles are attached to the bones. Okay, so this is the structure. You can see that many nucleuses are present. They are cylindrical, lie parallel, and different dark and light bands are present here. Okay, so this is the all these diagrams are also present in your theory book. It will be better if you check it from the theory book also. Okay, now next one is the non-striated or smooth muscles. It is also called as involuntary muscles, because previous one we can control our voluntary muscle, that is skeletal muscle, but we cannot control our involuntary or smooth muscles. Okay, that is why the non-striated muscles are also called as involuntary muscle, and no striations are not there, that is why they are considered as non-striated muscle, and they are also cylindrical, elongated, and their shape is spindle shaped, and they are arranged in bundles, and their nucleus, they are having a oval shaped nucleus which is present at the middle thickened part, and their sarcoplasm contains numerous thin myofibrils running lengthwise, and this can be found in the alimentary canal, blood vessel, urinary bladder, genital tracts. Okay, and this is not under the control of our will. That is why it is called as smooth muscle. So you can see it is spindle shaped. Okay, first I have told you that this type of muscle is spindle shaped. Next one is cardiac muscle. This one is also cylindrical and it is branched. Okay, and these type of muscles can be found only in the heart, that is why it is considered as cardiac muscle, and this may be uninucleated or binucleated, and muscle fibers have some striations in that case. So this is the diagram of a cardiac muscle. Okay, so these diagrams I will suggest you, please check it from the theory book, and you will get a better idea from the theory book. Okay, and these muscles are also involuntary in nature, because we cannot control our cardiac muscle, and this muscle doesn't get these muscles actually and don't get tired. Okay, because they need to pump constantly. So this is all about the cardiac muscle, and I have discussed all this in detail in the theory part. I think you can remember. And the last one is mammalian blood smear. So human blood, I have mentioned that what are the different types of, when I was discussing the connective tissue, I have told you that in human what is the color of the blood and what are the different type of cells can be found. As you know that uh, in human blood, plasma and blood cells or corpuscles can be found, and why they are can be considered as corpuscles. You also know that that means that when the cells can move freely, that time it is considered as corpuscles. That is why it can be considered as blood cells or blood corpuscles. Okay, so these type of questions can be asked in the viva part also, and in the human blood you will get the erythrocytes or RBC, and leukocytes and WBC, and WBC is of two types, granulocytes and agranulocytes, and you have to know the different shapes of the different WBC. So first one is agranulocyte lymphocytes. Lymphocytes are the spherical and they are having a prominent nucleus, and it fills most of the cytoplasm, and they are stained dark purple. Next one is monocyte. They are also large cell. They are having kidney shaped nucleus, and they are also stained dark purple. And under the granulocyte you will get neutrophil, eosinophil and basophil. So this in these particular cells, granules are present in the cytoplasm, that's why they are considered as granulocytes. And under the neutrophil they are quite large cells, and their nucleus is multinucleated. They are having multinucleated nucleus, and in case of eosin it is having in neutral in nature, that is why its name is neutrophils. And next one is eosinophil. They are fairly large cells but possesses, they are having bilobe nucleus. Their nucleus looks like a overhead headphone. Okay, and they are actually next one is basophils, and they are very less in number. They are having quite S-shaped nucleus, and after that you will get the platelets. Okay, so now I will show you the different cells. So you can find that this on the upper portion headphone like nucleus is present in the eosinophil, multilobe nucleus is present, neutrophil. This kidney shaped nucleus is present in the monocyte, and these are the different lymphocytes, and some RBCs are also present. Okay, so all these are marked here, and you have to draw these diagrams on the left side of the page, and you have to write down the main characteristics on the right side of the page. So for this practical, what precautions you should take? You must use the compound microscope very carefully. First focus the slide under 10x of power, then convert it in 40x. Use thin film and uniform film slide to get all types of cells clearly, and staining should be done properly. Okay, and after using all these, you should. So here is another diagram in your book. You will find that there all the blood cells are diagram of all the blood cells are there. Okay, so everyone please write down this practical in your practical copy. So beside that, two practicals are left. I will discuss another practical in my next class. Okay, so for today that's it. Thank you and bye bye everyone.